today we are going to discuss the topic features of a democracy. Before jumping right into the main topic, features of a democracy, I would like to give a very brief definition or an idea of what a democracy is. We all must be very familiar with the layman's definition of a democracy, that is, democracy is for the people, of the people and by the people. So let us look at a more like a definition of democracy, which is democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So we all very well know that democracy is a form of government in which we elect our rulers or our representatives, and our representatives or the rulers which we elect, they act accordingly and they implement the rules which are beneficial for the country. So now moving forward, we will be looking to the features of a democracy. The very first feature which states major decisions by elected leaders. We all know from the definition also it is clear, and from the very first feature, that is major decisions by elected leaders, we can see that in a democratic setup or in a democratic form of government, what happens is that the people, they have the power or they have the authority to choose their leaders or their representatives. And these elected leaders, what they do in return is that they formulate the rules, they form the rules and laws which are beneficial for the people as well as the country, and the country is governed on the basis of that rules which are selected by the elected leaders, which are basically made by the elected leaders. So the second is free and fair electoral competition. Free and fair electoral competition means the elections which are held periodically after every 5 years, and they are held in an unbiased, free and fair manner. That is, in India we have multi-party system, there are many parties present, and that's why the result, and because of the presence of multi-party, we see that a fair election is taking place, because every party is competing against each other, there is equal participation from every side, and we see that elections are done in a free and fair and unbiased manner. Anyone and everyone who is willing and who has qualified all the criteria for the election procedure, and that party can stand in the election and can contest election. The third is one person, one vote, one value. This is a very major, we can say this is a very major feature of a democracy, because here we know that we have the feature of universal adult franchise. We have this thing that every person who is above the age of, has attained the age of 18 or is above the age of 18 is entitled to vote. Every person, be it anyone of any religion, any caste, any gender, doesn't matter, in a democratic setup, he or she can vote and take part. He or she can vote and can be a major part in the election procedure. And one person carries one vote, and that also has one equal value, be it of any caste, any religion, that doesn't matter. We have also seen many instances, as in Saudi Arabia, it has happened till the year 2015 that women there were denied the right to vote. Or in many other countries also we have seen that certain minority groups are denied the right to vote. Or if even so they are voting also, their vote does not contain that much value. So we see that the person of one person, the concept of one person, one vote and one value is missing in other setups of other government setups, but in democracy it is there. And the fourth is rule of law and respect for rights. Rule of law means everything, whatever the leaders are doing, whatever rules or whatever laws they are formulating, that should be within the constitutional rule, within the constitutional setup of the democratic society, and they should not be having arbitrary powers or autonomous powers. And respect for rights. Obviously, in a democratic society, we see that there is respect for rights. Every individual has his or her rights, and the rights are respected. If the rights are violated, an individual has the ability, and he or she has the freedom to go and move to the court for the reversal of that right, and he or she can approach to the court. So these all were the features of a democracy, and to sum up, we see that in a democratic setup, we cannot say that a democratic form of government or democratic setup is the best one, but indeed it is a better one because of all the major features, and we can ensure a healthy functioning of a government in a democratic setup. Thank you.